Hello and welcome to RollBound. My name is Chas and I am the DM for this wonderful group. We're going to go down the list and everyone introduce themselves, starting off with Groove. Introduce yourself.
Hello, I am Groove and I am bound to the role of Chrono Harris Mobius.
Alrighty, and Allie.
Hello, I am Allie. I am bound to the role of Charybdis Mobius.
Alrighty, Minnow.
Hello, my name is Minnow. I am bound to the role of Lady Reverie.
Awesome. Mickey.
Hi, I'm Mickey, and I'm bound to the role of Maria.
And last but never least, Joey.
My name is Joey, and I am bound to the role of Winfrey McNeil.
Hey everyone, this is your DM speaking, and I just wanted to quickly apologize for Allie's audio in this episode before we get started. We were testing out a new setup for her at the time, and the mic was not using her microphone, it was using the webcam's microphone on the particular laptop she was using. So bear with us, it will be fixed in the future. Thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of the episode.
Okay, so where we left off, you have Charybdis, Chrono Harris, and Reverie, I believe, are the only people really involved in the commotion directly. No, Winfrey's there too.
Yes, because I was very annoyed.
Yeah, the only party member not really there at the moment is Maria. So, just to not leave anybody out, Maria, you see your party members are all sort of shoved into this corner of the bar. You hear a very angry Charybdis, a very confused Reverie, a very annoyed Chrono Harris, and a very enjoying the violence Winfrey. Do you go join what they're going through, or...?
Yeah, I think she would start making her way over to the fight.
I have a question for Charybdis. Based on Chrono Harris's perception, does Charybdis seem like this is an intentional act of violence, or this is more of a power boiling over into emotion situation?
Give me an insight check.
Okay. Why would you catch me off guard like this? Insight. That's 17.
It definitely seems more along the lines of emotion boiling over with power sort of situation. You suspect that if Charybdis really wanted to hurt this man, normally, she would go for a more single target kind of magic and not try to fucking breathe fire on him.
Yeah, so he counterspells it and yells out, Charybdis!
And yeah, as the fire begins coming in Charybdis' throat, and then it just gets dispersed. She has that moment of she just shakes her head and just seems to regain her sense of self. Before just looking at this dude and then just shrugging and being like, no, hard way it is. And then, yeah, I think, what is the big guy doing at this point?
He's just kind of standing there, arms crossed over his chest, looking at the lot of you like this is all funny to him. His other goons, they were affected by being intimidated by Charybdis' more dragon-like appearance, but he sort of thinks this is all funny. He's standing with his arms crossed, lightly chuckling to himself. And he goes, it's always kids. All talk.
if I remember correctly, Lady Reverie got there, like, right at the end. I think it was right moments after the fire breath was counterspelled, so I think she's there. She's going to put her hand on Charybdis' shoulder and step up beside her, and is going to say, "Now, here's the thing, I honestly I'm having such a good time right now, and I would really hate to ruin that. So why don't you tell me, does this man actually owe you money? And I will cast Zone of Truth, centered on myself."
What does that spell do exactly?
I will post it for you and read it, because I can. When I get to the right Discord. So you create a magical zone that guards against deception in a 15-foot radius sphere centered on a point of your choice within range. The point is myself. Until the spell ends, a creature that enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there must make a charisma saving throw. On a failed save, a creature can't speak a deliberate lie while in the radius. You know whether each creature succeeds or fails on the saving throw, and affected creature is aware of the spell and thus can avoid answering, to which you would normally respond with a lie. It can try and, he can try and change the subject, or maybe, he just can't tell a deliberate lie. So I ask him, how much money does this man owe you? And I need him to give me a charisma saving throw.
Okay. I think he's painfully average at those.
I succeeded at mine, for what it's worth.
I assumed. Krona Harris can make one, too.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Why would you take me by surprise like this?
Yeah, he got a 4.
Okay, so yeah, he is unable to tell a lie at this time.
Yeah, once again, he still crosses his arm and he goes, "Little bastard owes me 300 gold.
Alright, and I'm gonna look to the guy, who apparently owes him gold, who is also within 15 feet, so he also needs to make a charisma saving throw.
Will do.
And I'll ask him, do you owe him 300 gold?
So, he got a 14.
That also fails.
Okay. Last time I checked, he just proclaimed that he owed me 300 gold. I never signed any goddamn agreement.
So this is all just a big clusterfuck that's ruining my night. Great. Tell you what. And I look back to, I'm gonna look at both of them, and I'm gonna say, was this for something illegal?
I saved the damn asshole's life.
Doesn't sound illegal. I look over to the other guy. Is this for something illegal?
No?
Great. Both of you shut the fuck up and go find the sheriff. And talk this out like people, rather than making it illegal by beating the hell out of each other.
Reverie, make me a persuasion check.
Okay. That is a lot. In particular, that is a 25.
Yeah, the one guy that's sort of being pinned in the situation sort of backs up from the wall and goes, "Hey man, listen. As far as I'm concerned, we made no real agreement," and he tries to sort of pass by, and the Goliath man sort of presses his palm to his chest and pushes him back into the wall where he was and goes, and looks at everybody and goes, "This is a damn waste of time." And he puts his weapon away and stabs it into the ground and then sits back down at the table that he was sitting at and looks to the tiefling and goes, "Get the fuck out of here." And the guy goes, "Ugh!" and starts trying to run out of the bar.
I have a question, DM.
I have an answer.
When the tiefling goes to open up the door for the bar and leave, you can see it outside for a brief moment, right?
Yeah.
I would like to remove this man as well. So Charybdis is just going to look at him and say, you know what, while we're at it, you get the fuck out too. And then I'm going to try and vortex warp him.
Does that require a save from me?
Yeah, Constitution save.
Oh, he's probably really bad at those.
Doesn't matter. He's actually pretty good at those, but he rolled a 5, so that's a 12.
Hey.
I teleport him as far as I can. I can teleport him, since he's right next to me, 90 feet away.
Yeah, and the whole fucking bar starts, woo! It just starts clapping. And then you hear some people going, God damn it, I wanted a bloodbath. Son of a bitch, we haven't had a good bar fight in like 6 months.
Winfrey is part of that crowd that is saying, I wanted a bloodbath.
And like the crowd starts dissipating and going and sitting back down at their tables where they were.
All of them suddenly telling truths they never meant to tell. Because it affected them too.
Yeah, that's where all the God damn it, I wanted to see a bar fight probably came from. Meanwhile, the other people were like, holy fuck, if people had started fighting, I would have pissed myself. Holy shit. You see the guys, like, goons that were with him just sort of, like, run out the door too, at following after him, like, ah, fuck.
This just slays the bitter shit behind all of them.
Lady Reverie will go over to Charybdis, give her a big hug, and then just walk away, back to the table where she was currently doing a headstand competition.
And Charybdis...
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, Charybdis goes up to Chrono Harris and just pats him on the shoulder and says, thank you, brother. I lost myself for a moment.
You managed to avoid the worst and developed a far more interesting solution. It's fine. And he'll, pat Charybdis on the head. And then...
Whoa.
He actually needs to find that dude that just walked out. Or, well, no, sorry, that dude that was just shunted out.
Oh, you're gonna go out and look for him?
Yes.
Alright, make me an investigation check.
Oh, how would you take me by surprise like this?
Would he make it obvious that's what he's doing?
He like looks outside and starts walking out.
I think Maria would follow.
Alright, that's a 24 on an investigation check.
Yeah, so you walk outside, and it's a little busy outside even for it being so late, but you kind of, like, look to your left and see that kind of down the road, he's, like, shrugging off and dusting off himself, and the other dudes are, like, around him, like, trying to act all tough, like, it's fine. So you can see him from where you are. Just had to, like, look a little bit, but he's, like, huge, so he's standing above a bunch of people.
What does this guy look like?
He was a large Goliath man with blue skin that had, like, lighter blue, like, what looked to be either tattoos or natural markings that looked like waves up and down his arms.
Mm-hmm.
He's, like,
Got it.
8 feet tall.
Damn, he big. Alright. Chronoharis is going to go up to him. Say, hey!
He, like, stops. Like, even his, like, feet sort of slide against the pavement. And he turns around very slowly and goes, what the hell do you want?
I saw how you handled yourself in there. How would you like to make far more than that 300 gold you lost?
He, like, cracks his neck and, like, crosses his arms and goes, what are you playing at?
I'm here on business. It seems there's a certain incident and the authorities are sitting on their hands. Clearly, you know how to find things and how to get what you want, and I think that could be of great benefit. You see, we need to collect information on this problem, And we need to make sure it stays under wraps until the authorities would decide that we are the most apt to handle it. Does that make sense?
Alright, so what do you want me to find information about?
He looks about. We can't speak here. Would you join me back in the tavern?
He cocks the brow and goes, the one that your alleged sister just tossed me out of?
Yes, she probably doesn't want you back in there. And yeah, he'll head down to an alleyway, and he is going to cast Rope Trick.
Oh,
Boom.
you're one fancy bastard.
As part of our agreement, don't tell anyone about this or I'll slaughter you. And he climbs up into it.
He looks at the two people that were with him and points of one finger each at them, and then climbs up in.
Yes, inside is a small space which seems to depict a frozen scene from Chrono Harris's past. He's being tossed into a puddle by these two guards outside of the Elemental College, and he's clutching a handful of papers. However, he takes off his little half coat and kind of throws it over his frozen self. Apparently, there is a dragon loose in Farwood. It's been terrorizing License as well.
Oh, I haven't heard about no dragon.
Yes, exactly. I'm sure you understand the incompetence of authority. Even now, they seem to be ignoring the problem. Which is why we're going to need enough information released to enough people that they won't be able to do so. And when that time comes, I need me and my group to be the ones seen as responsible for handling it. While we are performing odd tasks, I'd like you to try and gather information on this. I already have a lead for you.
Alright. Well, how much are you going to pay me?
Are you familiar with dragons? What's your name?
Most of the people around here just call me Scratch.
Scratch, what a name. Well, Scratch, I've read quite a bit on dragons, and they tend to have quite large hordes. If you can help speed up the process of finding information on it, I'll offer you that 300 gold you lost out on as a down payment, as well as half of my share of that horde.
Alright. You're... So, what you're telling me is you'll pay me what I'm owed, and then give me half of your share of the dragon's horde, but that's only on the agreement that you managed to kill it.
I will not fail. There's more work afterward if you succeed as well.
Chrono Harris, make me a persuasion check.
Oh no.
I hope
That was probably the most convincing "oh no" anyone's ever said.
Oh, suddenly remembering why he keeps his sister around.
Alright, that's a 15.
Oh no, that's actually alright, okay.
Hey. Hey.
Y'all didn't even notice Maria sneaking around.
I was gonna say, can I poke my head down and see if Maria's here yet?
No, Maria's with you. She would have
what?
run right up your ass. She's just been sitting there silently laughing.
He turns and he's like, ah!
I will not fail. Oh, geez.
I was under the impression that Maria was being sneaky, but I love the idea that she was just there silently with her arms crossed behind Corona Harris looking at the guy like, I'll fuck you up. I'll fuck you up. You don't know me, I'll fuck you up.
We've had a lot of like, oh fuck, what are you doing there moments in general.
Is that guy gonna make an ability check?
Could you repeat that question, Maria? I was too busy being a little giggle bitch.
Is the guy gonna make an ability check to, like, counter that?
An insight check? Yeah.
Okay, can I cutting words it?
Yeah, absolutely.
So...
Hey! Assist.
So it's gonna be -8.
Yeah, you reduced it to less than 0. So this guy is just like, y'all are prophets. Holy shit, yeah. All right. So, what's your lead? I'm not just gonna wander into the Farwood wilderness looking for nothing.
Supposedly, there's a man whose house and farm was frozen over towards the north wall. I need you to politely, non-savagely, ask him about this and follow up on whatever he says.
Alright.
And I'll be sending an owl to collect reports. Can you write and read?
Yes, I can.
Alright. Just give them to him and you'll recognize him when you see him. And we can stay in touch. Also, there's one more term.
What is that?
You need to go apologize to my sister.
What?
Harris just stares at him.
I'm not doing that.
Chrono Harris shakes the bag of 300 gold.
You've got to be goddamn kidding me.
Chrono Harris looks as serious as ever.
She's the one who poked her head in business that wasn't hers.
Yeah, she does that a lot.
He like points to Maria like, well, yeah.
You say sorry or we don't have a deal.
Fine. But I'll have to do it in the morning, because if I get goddamn thrown again, I'm going to be angry.
That's probably for the best. I suppose you'll know where to meet us.
Will you be in the tavern?
Most likely.
Yeah, the Rex's Fang is the nicest tavern around here anyway, so...
Very well. Get out.
Yeah, he... rather than climbs down, just falls out of the thing and goes, "Come on!" And his buddies follow him.
Harris takes back his coat, puts it on. I don't know when you got here, but I'm not necessarily unhappy about it.
I followed you as soon as you left the tavern. I wasn't sure if I should let you go alone after what happened. Pretty sure you might get yourself killed.
I've been curious about that. He looks at her kind of shifty-eyed, and he sits on the specter of his own, of himself being tossed into a puddle. You have a weird pattern of behavior. You seem indifferent, but you've acted to protect me more than once now. Why is that?
I mean, it would be kind of awkward if I could do something and you died. Because that would probably make your sister sad. And then we would get nowhere.
So you're doing it for Charybdis?
Oh god, no. Doing it for the sake of this lead that, or not lead, this place that we're trying to find.
And what interest do you have in finding this place that you can't pursue on your own?
Well, it's magic, right? It's supposed to have more magic than here. Kind of hoping to find something to help me.
As am I, but what might that be?
I don't know if I really should tell you.
Oh man, he's squinting.
Oh lord, he's squinting.
It's of a vital importance that you do.
Why?
Because I may fear that you're after my life otherwise.
Why would I be after your life? I've already stated that I've gained nothing from your death. So why would I be after you?
Perhaps you were contracted out. Perhaps you're simply after the knowledge or the place of Rarendelle. So, I assure you it is of vital importance.
Listen, I work alone. I'm here for my own convenience of having a party to
take you to
help.
A magical place to
Yes.
help some affliction you have. What is it? An STD?
God damn.
Wow.
I thought Chrono Harris was my favorite character after the whole apologize to my sister bit, but it's actually this part. This is what makes him my favorite character. I apologize
too.
That was hilarious.
He's legitimately. his eyes glance down to like to Maria's crotch and then back up.
Oh, my boy's rude as hell.
Maria is dying of laughter for about like 5 minutes. and then she like composes herself and like, well, I mean, if you want to call it that, fine. I did get it from a woman, so
Damn.
He blinks a couple times, halfway in awe, halfway in disgust. He says, and for what reason would you need a supposed mythical land to cure it?
well, I've looked for I don't want to. Should I say 60 years or only 10 years? Because there's a difference. I've looked for a very long time for a way to fix my problem, and I haven't had any progress until I stumbled upon the ship and met you guys. And for the first time, I'm gaining progress of learning how to fix it.
Chrono Harris's suspicion seems mostly gone, replaced with confusion and curiosity. Again, I need to ask, what affliction do you suffer?
How much do you know about sea elves?
How much does Chrono Harris know about sea elves?
Make me a history check, Chrono Harris.
Yeah, I knew you would say that. It's a 25.
Chrono Harris, you know quite a bit about sea elves. You know that they usually don't surface that often, that they usually live in settlements in the ocean. A lot of them sort of consider themselves guardian of the ocean. Sometimes they take up living like the life of being on a ship, Very rarely do they live on land. Sometimes they come up to land to, get some things that they cannot naturally get underwater. If they live on land, they usually live in, like, fishing towns or anything as close to the ocean as possible. But that's all, like, life choice and stuff like that. It's not, like, a requirement. But they're better suited for living in the ocean.
In the rope trick, Chronoharis looks down and sees one of the papers in frozen Chronoharis' hand and kind of, like, rips it out and just begins listing off facts about sea elves.
Okay, well, I was one of those ones that enjoyed adventure. I was on the ship. I came to town one day, fell in love with a woman, and after some time, found out she was just an awful bitch. And she cursed me for basically leaving her. Stupid. And I want to fix that.
What is this curse?
Sorry. Well, she's kind of like waves to herself and is like, this isn't what I normally look like. It's complicated.
She cursed you into becoming a sea elf?
No, this isn't what normal sea elves look like.
I see. That doesn't seem like a terrible impediment, though.
It's a lot more complicated than that.
Now, when you mentioned your story, Chronoharis did get a little, like, oddly sympathetic. And he clears his throat. Well, you seem clear for now. But I must keep my eye on you.
You can do that, but I already told you honestly that I gain nothing from hurting anyone in the party.
And yeah, he drops the papers, goes to leave the rope trick. But thank you for helping me.
Yeah, just don't tell anyone.
You too. And he looks up and around at the space and gives Maria like this murderous glance, like I will kill you if you tell anyone about this. Kind of like someone with schizophrenia. And yeah, and then he dips back down, and when Maria's down, he closes it. And he is going to head back to the tavern.
Same.
Cool, so back at the tavern, pardon me. So back at the tavern, Charybdis, Winfrey, and Reverie, what have the lot of you been doing in this time?
Complaining to the bartender.
Okay, I'll bite. What are you complaining to the bartender about?
It's all this fanfare and clapping, they're getting so fucking excited, but there weren't no bloodshed or scratches, nothing. It's like it could have thrown a punch or something. What, you wee lass?
And she's gonna look over at Charybdis, and she's gonna say,
I thought you should have casted something else when your brother was trying to stop you from having a fine night. It's like you could have done something. It would have been a lot more interesting than just, you did warp him out. I get so cut in my head sometimes.
Charybdis kind of looks over as this is going on and just says, "You know I can hear you, right?"
Yeah, I was talking to you, lass.
You're lucky my brother did stop me. Could have made quite a mess out of the tavern, and then we would have woken up in a jail cell.
I woke up in jail cells a couple of times. That is super easy to get out of. Usually it involves doing something also illegal a second time.
The barkeep is looking at Winfrey. Her ears are like flattened to the back of her head, and she's like cleaning out a glass. Because remember, she was a kitsune, and she's just like, yeah. We try to not have bar fights. We haven't had one in a few months. Trying to keep that going.
In months?
Yeah.
A fine establishment such as this, someone should be cleaning blood up the floor at least once or twice a week, huh?
Does Winfrey have a drink in front of her at this point?
Just what?
Does Winfrey have a drink in front of her at this point?
Of course.
Charybdis is going to just like do a brief gesture with her fingers, holding something in her palm before putting it away, and says something in a language that Winfrey probably doesn't understand, being celestial, and then says, "Yeah."
You're on the opposite end of the spectrum for me, but yeah.
And then says, "You have a good night, Winfrey." And then walks back to her room.
Speaking of, where is your brother? Actually, no, fuck that. Where's Maria?
Winfrey does not get a response. She does, however, look back at her drink and see that there is what appears to be a swarm of, like, roaches swimming in her drink.
Oh.
How did that happen?
I don't know, but I could probably use them for something later, and I'm gonna, like, pull out, like, a shitty bag that doesn't have anything in it and start putting roaches into it and then tighten it closed.
It's funny because as Winfrey goes to pull the roaches out, they actually don't move, and she realizes that it's just an illusion.
Ah, bloody hell. At least that means my drink is still good, huh? You know what? She's gonna look at the bartender. You know what? I bet that our good lady Reverie knows exactly where the good lady Maria and the not so good Sir Chrono Harris be.
Maybe?
You say that, and then you look. And then you don't see Lady Reverie anywhere. Until eventually you see Lady Reverie. She is currently sitting on top of a bugbear's shoulders. And on top of her shoulders is a goblin. And they are singing a very, very loud song in Goblin. And Lady Reverie seems to know all the words. And it's a great time.
Oh, I love this song. Wait, no I don't. I never heard it in my life. Reverie! Quit soliciting and also giving piggybacks to random strangers to help me.
She can't hear you.
Ah, gosh.
There is a goblin screaming in her ear right now.
I'm gonna put 2 silver, and then 2 gold, and then 2 copper on the counter. In that order, as slowly as I said it. And I'm gonna start making my way over to Reverie
this is way
with the
too much.
now empty mug. Now empty mug in my hand, and I'm gonna, like, try to chuck it at her.
Alright, make me an attack roll. I'm gonna say with disadvantage because you're fucked up.
With disadvantage and also with no proficiency.
Yup.
A 10.
Yeah, instead you hit the bugbear, like, right in the nose. And
bloody hell!
A little bit above eye level, and you just chuck it at him.
Yeah.
And then he falls over, dropping Reverie.
And the goblin.
That's not what I was fucking aiming, I was it.
So as that happens, Reverie's like, no, schnuff, no, no, ah! And collapses to the ground, and then in a heap stands back up the whole time. Fucking bitches, butt sucking fuckers, son of a. Well, hi Winfrey.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing fancy myself. Where are you? Oh,
it looks like you're doing more than fancy, friend. Do you want to go outside real quick?
aye, is that where our friends are?
Absolutely. I think some fresh air is exactly where our friends are. Let's go.
Your friends, they're not mine.
I
But
look over and I tap the bugbear on the nose and I give him 2 hit points.
he's being a baby. I'll walk it off.
Let's go. And I
Yeah.
will try and get Winfrey outside before she repaints the walls.
Yeah, and ironically enough, you walk outside and do run into Maria and Chrono Harris, like on the steps of the bar.
Yeah, where's Maria?
Look, hi Maria. Look, it's Maria. I'm pointing.
I found you! And Chrono Harris too! Oh, look at that! Oh, your sister's gonna be less than ecstatic. Fuck.
That's right. That's what I said.
What happened?
I think someone poisoned her.
blasted out my ass loss.
She's fancy.
Winfrey, make me a Constitution saving throw.
I'm not good at those.
12.
Plus 5, because I'm right next to you. So
Yo,
17.
17.
Yeah, so you like swallow really hard and keep yourself from throwing up.
Oh, it always tastes worse when it comes back, huh?
Oh, yeah, that's what they say. Why don't we just step off away from our friends so you don't cover them? 1 second. And I will take her to the bottom of the stairs. As opposed to the top. Alright, there you go, buddy.
I don't even remember why I was looking for them.
Yeah, you know, that happens to me all the time. It's funny, we're equal like this.
Oh, this is how you feel all the time.
Not quite. I'm not quite as violent.
You want to switch bodies? I can make you more violent.
No, I'm fine with the body I have. Yeah. Winfrey looks like she's having a good time though, right? Despite being quite sick right now.
Yeah.
Okay,
She's just drunk off her ass.
that's fine. As long as she's not like sad drunk, then we'll
Absolutely
let it
has
ride.
no idea what is happening at the moment.
That's okay.
Probably won't remember anything either.
Hey, I'm gonna be a little mean. I'm gonna cast Prestidigitation to waft a foul odor in Winfrey's nose.
Alright. Winfrey, make me another Constitution saving throw.
I'm starting to win for Reverie, right?
You're right. Yeah, I'm holding you up. I'm the reason you are vertical.
Oh, cool. 21 in that case with the buff.
Damn.
Yeah, so again, you smell something.
You know what, Reverie? I don't think I want your body anyway. Sounds like it just shited.
Wait, no, it didn't. Alright, tell you what, why don't we, there's this great new thing. It's called water. Let's go inside and try some of that, and then let's get you to bed before you kill yourself.
It's not gonna be me what's killing myself. It's gonna be you breaking the knobs in your bowels is what it is.
Yeah, but I don't understand a word you said, but I agree, let's go. And I will corral Winfrey to bed.
Hey, buddy, wanna hear something funny?
Sure, what's up?
Oh, it was great. I put 2 copper on the bar and acted like it was enough to pay for it.
I think Reverend
What?
picks you up and carries her over her shoulder at this point. She's like, okay, let's go.
And you do that with ease.
Yeah, and I will plop her in bed. I will go back down if she falls asleep, and I'll come back later, and I will use a lay on hands too. Or actually, I think I've used it all. I'll use a lesser restoration while she sleeps, so she's not fucking destroyed in the morning.
Yeah, so, is there anything, since most people have retired or are not functioning enough to say otherwise, is there anything y'all want to do before proceeding till morning?
Head hit pillow equal unconscious.
Yeah, Grievous goes to sleep.
Maria would like to give the bartender about 5 gold before she goes upstairs.
Oh, thank you. And
Lady Reverie, after putting Winfrey to bed, comes back down and parties for like 2 more hours. Again, not drinking, just having a great time with the people who are drinking. And before he goes to bed, she will find Chronoheris and be like, Chronoheris, here! And she will hand him 8 platinum pieces and say, it's the money that I owe you, plus a little extra, okay?
Chronoheris is willing to do some dastardly things in the name of science, but this is starting to weigh on him. Like, there's some real guilt in his eyes as he pockets it. Goes to bed.
But he still pockets it.
Of course, wizards are expensive.
Quick,
I pat him on the shoulder. Oh, go ahead.
Quick interjection. I was editing episode 11, last week. People will know when this session took place, I guess. During that session...
Someone's gonna make a Morbius joke.
During that... no, stop. During that session, you gave Chronoheris 35 gold.
Yep, I have it marked down. I am keeping track of the amount of money that Lady Reverie is giving them.
And I started laughing, so I was like, here's half the money I owe you. And I was like, oh no!
If I've done my math right, I'm pretty sure this brings me up over almost to 400, but not quite.
Oh my god.
Holy shit, really?
Or no, that's not true, because I also gave 75 to Charybdis, so it's less than...
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Lady Reverie just almost every time she sees Chronoheris is giving him money.
She's like, yes, I have money. Like, awesome, I can pay them back. And he does so. Plus a little bit extra.
The tip.
Yeah. And then, as he does that, I want to look over and be like, you good? Thanks for, sorry I couldn't get there in time for your sister, but you did a good job.
I'm fine.
Good. I'm going to bed.
Hey, has Reverie been drinking, or has this been like sober Reverie the entire time?
Reverie has not had a drop of alcohol since.
Oh. Wow. Yeah. He is just gonna go to bed, 80 gold richer.
She doesn't need booze to have a good time. She is the good time.
High on life.
Although she would really like to. but cannot. Alright. That's it.
Yeah, so Reverie goes to bed?
Yeah. I'll stop by Winfrey and use a lay on hand, or again, a lesser restoration and then go to bed. Better yet, she gets lost on the way there and trying to find her bedroom and ends up in Winfrey's room like 2 more times and eventually just gives up and lays on the floor.
Reverie, make me a perception check real quick.
Okay. Five.
Yeah, you walk by one of the windows more than once, and you keep swearing you see something out of the corner of your eye, but, like, you look over and it's gone every time, so you don't ever really figure out what it is before you go to bed.
Yeah, I forget immediately. Every time.
Yeah, but then, y'all go to bed without a hitch. When you all wake up in the morning, real quick, roleplay amongst yourselves for exactly a minute because I have to go blow my nose.
Yeah, so Maria would probably be the first one up, so she's, like, already sitting down at a table in the bar with, like, an alcohol drink and some food, and there are 2, like, sheets of paper, like, set out in the table in front of her, and she's just waiting for everyone.
Winfrey wakes up fresh as a fucking daisy, and goes downstairs, probably a little after you are.
You have to step over Lady Reverie. She is asleep on the ground at the door.
Winfrey's gonna look down at Reverie, and she's gonna say, "Ah, Christ on a bike." Hey!
It's, sorry.
Why are you on the floor, huh? You sleep over there, huh?
She is a mouth snorer, and she is currently going crazy.
Holy shit.
I think it's at this point. I think it's at this point when this is Charybdis's room that she starts hearing a fucking commotion from inside. There's like a lot of metallic clanking. It sounds like somebody's repeatedly dropping a fork. It's really strange.
She's breaking for something. She gonna pay for it, huh? Continue going downstairs.
Chrono Harris going to see what's going on. See if they finally come for him. Looks over and sees like an unconscious Reverie to his right, and he squints in minor disdain, and we'll go up and we'll grab like a broom or something and just tap her up.
You tap her with a broom. She grabs it and it breaks in her hand. And she says, "Motherfucking nerd, I'll kill you!" Oh, hi, Chrono Harris.
Nerd?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, is it morning? Oh, you broke your broom. And she stands up.
He sighs and takes the other half of the broom. Yes, that's another thing to address. This is the second time you've had a rude awakening.
Stop awakening me so rudely.
Would Chrono Harris be able to identify what happens in this moment?
Make me an insight check.
Okay, do I have your blessing, Minnow?
Yeah, you could also ask.
Hell no.
Hell no.
Hell yeah.
It's a 9.
As far as you know, Reverie just has some crazy dreams, man.
Yeah, he's gonna weigh, like, do I want to have to follow through for the information? And he decides it's of importance. And so he'll speak up. Oh, really? What is that?
What is what?
That. The way you wake up screaming and swinging at whatever's in range.
I do that?
Yes, you do.
Oh, sorry about that. She's putting on
There's
her leg. What do you think they serve for breakfast here?
Is there some greater explanation to this?
No, I just want breakfast.
More commotion from Charybdis's room.
He turns.
Sounds like she wants
and
it.
Yeah, he just leaves, doesn't even address.
Bye,
And he will go and try and look under the door.
Yeah, I think what Chrono Harris would see under the door is like several pairs of tiny feet.
What do they look like?
They look like chicken feet, but made from like various types of metal.
Okay. Yeah, that's a Charybdis thing. He'll just open the door.
Chrono Harris opens the door and he sees Charybdis just like suddenly look over to him. Her hands like frozen in the air, as if she's like conducting a fucking orchestra, and he sees 10 tiny servants. He sees 10 tiny servants made of various bits of silverware from the Mobius estate, just all also turn to look at him.
You're home early.
Did you sleep well?
Not particularly.
Did they sleep well?
I don't know if they sleep. Also, I made them
Everything
smart.
okay? Okay. Got it. I believe we're heading downstairs.
Okay. She turns back to the legion of tiny servants, and then just holds up a hand. They all salute, and then start walking into the hallway.
Corona Harris makes way. He holds the door. He's not gonna fuck around with it.
They all just march out, have proper, with Charybdis following behind them.
At this point, Lady Reverie has gotten her arm and her leg on and steps out into the hallway and sees them all marching along. She's like, "Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning." See what you're doing.
Also,
Go get breakfast.
Wild.
for your reference, Chas, I really only use a third and second level spell slot. So basically, what I did was I made 14 sorcery points to make 2 5th level spell slots, and then upcasted Tiny Servant with both of them, and then extended spell both of them.
Oh. So you just...
So I have 10 of them.
So you just have some little men's.
I have little men's yet.
Corona Harris is
Fuck us
already
if
at
we
his
do
limit.
anything today.
Alright.
Well, it doesn't cost me anything. So it's just keep doing it.
So the lot of you convene downstairs?
Yeah.
The barkeep, obviously a different one than last night, which is this, Furbolg woman who is just watching everyone come downstairs and looks very confused after she sees tiny, walking, silverware. And it's just like...
Most of them are spoon.
Important fact.
I can only think of copyrighted material right now because of all of these walking fucking Disney characters.
Alright, okay. Good... Oh, man. Good morning, everyone. And she's just watching them all go to the table behind... Like, they're like little ducklings behind their mom. And she's just like, wow, okay.
Not to be pedantic, but they're actually in front of Charybdis, marching in like a legionnaire square.
Oh no, that's almost worse.
That's even better. Oh.
Dude.
And, as the barkeep says hello, they all like turn on their heels and salute.
Okay. And she notices that you were all gathering at the same table, and you just see her face drain of all color. And she's like, alright, good morning, everyone. Can I get some breakfast, or some tea, or some coffee started?
And it's like I was saying, cut in this, what the fuck? I'll have a tea, please.
Yeah, okay.
I'll have, actually, Chas, is boba a thing in your world?
Absolutely.
I certainly hope so.
Charybdis is going to be like, I'll take a boba tea if you have it.
Alright.
You fucking walk into a McDonald's. Can I get a boba tea?
Yeah, and like this furbog, she has very like short antlers, like they're maybe like 3 inches long, and she has like long, curly red hair that is tied in like a very loose ponytail that looks like it's almost falling out because the ponytail can just not contain her hair. And she has sort of like caramel colored skin and very flushed cheeks that have white dots all over them and a kind of deer-like nose, and she is like frantically writing everything down. And she goes, anything else to drink or eat this morning?
Yeah, we just ordered
Yeah.
stuff.
Y'all just were saying funny shit, that's why I kept asking. Maria, you said that you had, like, pieces of paper out on the table?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Chrono Harris subtly and gently scoots a spoon off of them. And what is this supposed to be?
When you guys were, I don't know, having fun last night, I don't know, I went to the guild the hall next door, and I got 2 of their quests that I thought would be pretty good to take. They're both like higher levels with like, I think they're noble seals, I'm not exactly sure. But if we do them both, I think we would be able to get like pretty high, like standard, like knowledge. They're over towards, one of them is like on the mountain range between here and Utopia, and the other one is in the ocean around Utopia. So
Chronoris will take the mountain one and see the magic anomaly line. Say, Charybdis, have you seen this?
Charybdis just kind of looks over from her tiny servant and says, "Sorry, what? I wasn't paying attention."
This seems to be in your area of work. And I'll hand Charybdis the note retrieved by Maria. Magic anomaly in the mountains near Utopia.
Charybdis will read it, and I don't know, Chas, do I glean anything from this?
Definitely. I mean, the writing is pretty clear. It says that in the mountains that sort of divide the lower part of Farwood and that particular section of Northwreath, there have been spotted magic anomalies. The paperwork is not very descriptive. It just says that there is a magical, unwanted presence within the Northwreath Mountains. Although, Charybdis, make me a history check real quick.
I'm relatively good at those. At least compared to my other knowledge skills. So this is important. I'm going to re-roll that.
I'm going to slap a little guidance on you. A guidance to give you a little guidance. Give you a little twin guidance.
Okay. Oh, thanks, buddy. With guidance, that's a 20.
So Charybdis, you do know that Northwreath is a very magical place because these jobs are both for Northwreath. I need to make that very clear. Well, technically the mountains are bordering Farwood and Northwreath, which is why it would be posted here in the first place. That's very important, you know? But Northwreath is a very magical place. It has a lot of shit going on with it, especially on the elemental spectrum. So Charybdis knows if there is something, even on the border of Northwreath, that is considered an anomaly, even for their standards, it's probably pretty important.
Okay. Do you have any idea what this anomaly might be?
Gleaming from the paperwork, no. Because it could range anywhere from, like, an artifact causing problems, to a creature causing problems, to an otherworldly thing causing problems. What is labeled under a magic anomaly can be a lot of things. The paperwork doesn't necessarily specify.
Yeah, and Charybdis just looks to Chrono Harris and shrugs and says, I mean, if it's an anomaly for Northwreath, that's probably something pretty big.
Let's investigate that then. New
I
one.
agree. It's been a while since I've actually done my job.
I mean, to be fair, we can do both of them.
Of course.
Also, Maria, a reminder, because I told you this last session, but, you know, just to revitalize the thing. Once you take the paper, you have taken the job.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Do we have a map? Do we have a map of the area?
I believe the only map that y'all have purchased is of Viron.
Okay.
I would like to go purchase a map of... Can I get a map of Kalmar here? This is a major city, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You can definitely find a map of Kelmra. I do believe when y'all first entered Farwood, you did get a map of this city because they were kind of just handing them out in a stand by the entrance, so that's not the only map you have. But as far as I remember, you have only purchased a map of Pelor itself and a map of Viron. But you can probably find a map of Kelmra, yeah?
Yeah, I'm gonna go buy a map of Kalmar.
Yeah, I won't make you...
And also one of
one of which one?
and also one of Northwreath.
Okay. Real quick, Charybdis, just make me an investigation check, real quick.
I take Colonel Harris with me, and I have him roll it instead.
Pardon me. Alright, Chrono Harris, make me an investigation check.
Wow, I'm surprised that worked.
As they just get up and leave, I reach over and I start eating their home fries.
Sorry, I was just kind of yada-yadaing through the meal because, yeah.
That's a filthy 20.
Yeah, so, Chrono Harris, you, like, walk out, kind of look around because you're new to this city, and you take out your actual, like, map of Pelor, and you go, shop is this way. You go and find it. They asked for both maps for about 15 gold, and then you're able to just grab them real quick right then.
Okay, well, you said Pelor and Northwreath?
You already have a map of Pelor. Allie wanted a map of
Kelmra
Kelmra.
and Northwreath.
Yeah, because Kelmra is the
okay.
entire country, and then Northwreath is just the country.
Do they sell scroll tubes here? Or, oh yeah, a case for a map or scroll.
Oh yeah, you can get a map. You can get a map tube for like
a gold.
A gold, yeah.
How much they cost? Yeah, he's just gonna buy a case and start carrying all of the maps in it.
Cool, cool.
So we have.
I'm also going to buy a map case, and I'm going to have my tiny server pile in.
Oh my god.
If possible.
No, yeah, I think you could, in one map tube, you can fit the tiny swords, especially if they're made out of, like, silverware. I'll allow that.
Oh,
yeah. Okay. Got it. While we're here, are there any other maps we should get? Also, are you paying for the map Charybdis, or do we want to split it up? Okay, got it.
I paid for the maps, and I covered both map tubes.
Got it. Got it. Yeah, are there any other maps we want to get while we're here? I don't want to have to do this every time we go somewhere.
You have a...
do they have maps? Sorry, do they have maps for all the regions?
They have maps of Farwood and Northwreath. They do not... And then they have the world map. They don't really have any maps of the other countries. Well, they have all but Highfriar. Because Highfriar is not... Like, their logic is that it's like, here's all the connected areas. Highfriar is really connected to Farwood, so they kind of... It's actually ancient.
Just want to get a Farwood map too?
Yeah, we'll get a Farwood map too, and I'll give it to Colonel Harris. How much is the Farwood map?
That's another 5 gold.
Got it.
Yep.
Yeah, so we have a map of Kelmar, Viron, Pelor, Northwreath, and Farwood. Yep, okay. I think we can just... Does anyone have anything they need to do? Or can we just keep going?
I would like to shop as well, but we don't have to do that on, like, camera.
Yeah, y'all can just send me a list of what y'all need.
Okay, yeah, we get our stuff, and then Chrono Harris begins furiously making phantom steeds, and we're gonna head out toward the mountains of Utopia.
Oh hey, Chrono Harris, you missed it. That Goliath guy was in here. He was looking for Charybdis to apologize, but he left.
Oh shit! Can Chrono Harris send for Dr. Agartha to get him?
Yeah, go ahead, go for it.
Nice guy.
Yeah, he sends for Dr. Agartha to grab him, and I guess meet in the middle. He's suddenly like, stop the cart.
He's like standing in front of your horses.
stopping the cart for?
He's like crossing his arms.
Charybdis.
Yes, brother.
I believe this man wants to say something to you.
She like pops her head out in the fucking cartoon and just says, "Oh, it's you, huh?"
I wanted to say that I have sincerest apologies for my behavior last night.
This smiles warmly and genuinely and says, "No, it's alright. I can never be mad at you."
Oh.
Great.
All
Start
right.
the cart.
He like steps out of the way and he looks so confused.
I love the image here of this man has something to say to you. I'm sorry. And then Chrono Harris tosses him a bag of 300 gold.
I don't want to say that at all.
Why aren't these horses moving?
No, y'all get going again. He stepped out of the way. So
Alright, Chrono Harris is gonna drop a gold piece as they go. Late fee. Okay. Yeah, we're going.
give me un momento.
No way he wanted to say that. You'd have just told him to, and then you gave him money.
I think it came from the
It's
heart.
okay.
I think it came
I
from
think
I
it
agree.
came from her wallet.
I think that's where his heart is.
Lots of men's hearts are in their wallet now that you mention it, yeah?
Oh my god.
Glad we agree.
So this is actually a bit of a trek. Let me grab this segment of the map for y'all real quick.
Our steeds might not get tired. Chrono Harris will.
Map! So, oh, I really should kind of touch this, huh? So y'all are like right here. I'd have to go like right here-ish. Or I guess right here-ish. It's a whole fucking mountain range.
If I ever get my hands on magic stones over through the boat.
This map does not want to send. Don't tell me that the fucking file's too big. No, it's fucking not. I have Discord Pro. I have the fancy Discord. So, y'all are going to be starting at the very tippy top of Pelor, because you're only in that one district of Pelor. And then you are going to go down kind of in this in-between area. You'll pass Fellsgrave, another city, and then you're going to be at the very, very tippy bottom of Skymount. And along this mountain range that borders along Northwreath's Utopia. So the trip, just letting y'all know, will probably take about 2.5 days, maybe? And then getting to the mountains is going to be
On the horses?
on the horses.
You know, something's been bothering me since we left.
What's that one thing?
I can't remember a damn thing of last night, but I haven't had a headache all day. Like, no hangover.
That is weird.
And I can't remember anything from last night, but I know I had a lot to drink.
That's alright. I don't remember anything either, and I'm fine.
Aye, but you don't drink.
I
You're
don't.
just like an amnesiac or something.
Oh, right, I don't. Man, I miss drinking.
Then why don't you start doing it?
It makes
Again,
me
I
sad.
mean... It what?
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 Who?
Oh no.
Hi, Winfrey.
Right, conversations with you usually end up in me talking to myself again, huh?
No, you're talking to me.
Oh my
no,
God.
I'm not, lass.
Oh, alright. I must have misread that. Seeing as you were
Yeah.
looking at me and saying words.
We'll figure it out someday.
I believe in you.
So, where'd Maria and Chrono Harris get off to last night?
Hey, you remembered something.
Barely.
I don't know. We didn't go anywhere last night. Do you remember going somewhere? She looks to Crona Harris.
Yes, we went. I'm not going to answer that. Goes back to making horses.
Oh my god.
We're just fucking face palms.
Are you two fucking?
Ew.
That was the most we're secretly
said
fucking exclamation
ew.
I've ever heard.
Come on, dude, it's not that bad. The worst you could say is no. Ew.
This is like making a face and going, oh, okay, I did not need that mental image today. Oh.
I'm so confused. Apparently I forgot some things too.
Yeah, it was towards the end of that night. That's all I could remember. Aside from the fact that whoever that dude was that was apologizing really seemed to have been bribed by somebody, I think. Looking over at Chrono Harris.
Jordan just looks over to Colonel Harris and says, seriously, brother? You tell me I have bad taste.
The ends justify the means.
Reverie is extremely confused because she thinks we're still talking about the fact that the two of you are fucking.
Oh goodness. Okay.
Oh,
I'm back. I have a quick question. How long did it take y'all to get from License to Pillar?
2.16 days.
Okay.
Okay, well, it's okay. So
Yeah, probably.
my dates I have it's like the 10th of Phoenix, and then when we were at the Mobius estate, it was like
You asked how long did it take us to get to Pelor?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2.16 days.
Okay, so it'd probably take you, with your Phantom Seeds, more of like a day and a half or a day and 3/4.
Okay, got it.
Okay. Sorry about that. Once again, I'm sick. I had to go empty my sinuses.
Drain the tank.
Yeah, so...
Eat that.
So, before y'all leave the city, do you need anything? You will have a chance to, like, if you need to dip into Fell's Grave or dip into the bottommost of Skymount, you absolutely can, but as of right now, y'all good?
I sent you a list of things that I wanted to buy.
Cool. So.
Just groceries.
Also, did we ever figure out where that guy's like fortune was? Do we want to figure that out before we leave?
He's still chilling with Chrono
Oh my
Harris.
god, y'all, I forgot about that. I mentioned it earlier and then immediately forgot about it again. Hold on. Yeah, the little puppet, sort of like, as y'all are getting ready to make your journey, it so far has been kind of like resting dormant around Chrono Harris, not really talking, not really moving, kind of behaving as like a literal puppet. And as a lot of you go deeper into the city, he sort of awakens and taps Chrono Harris on the shoulder.
Yeah, Chrono Harris, who uses Cantrip Swap, will cast a message and ask, what is it? Guinan.
I think it is time I depart, and he actually like looks over to this very large building that y'all are about to pass through within another building, because Pelor is just one giant arrangement of castles. But he looks at this sort of grandiose, like theater-looking building that's on the side of the road, and goes, I think I make my last stop. But I promise something for the lot of you when you drop me off. Do you have a map?
I have many maps.
Do you have just a regular map of Kelmra?
We, in fact, just purchased a regular map of Kelmera.
Can I see it and mark something down for you?
Yeah, he'll pull out his map of Kelmera and give Heinen his usual feather quill.
Cool, so Kynan is going to mark a spot and goes, so my family, as I'm sure I've told you, mostly toured around license, but their long ancestry actually comes from Northwreath. And when they lived there, they were residents of Belivar. They had a little estate that was by Belivar's most famous tower. After you breach the, you'll have to go through the large gates that divide the city, but as far as I'm concerned, that's still open. And he's sitting there marking on the map, and then he hands it back to you, and I'm just gonna quickly put it in chat. I don't know how clearly you'll see the mark, but near the tip of Belivar, which is a city in Northwreath, I kind of marked it down about as shoddily as I did, and hands it over and goes, there is a house, an estate just short of the large tower, and he's kind of like straining as if this is very hard for him to remember due to his current state of being, and goes, and on the side of the house there's what appears to be a grave, except it's not a grave. There's actually a chest buried in that grave, and the mansion is decrepit and abandoned. And there you will find where my family buries their fortune and belongings and hides them.
Is your family likely to be there as well?
Nope, the mansion is completely run down and abandoned, and since I assume my parents to be dead, there is probably no one residing there.
I see.
No one else knows about this fortune but me, and I'm pretty sure one of the many reasons my parents put me in a doll was to keep me from ever attaining it.
Yeah. Okay, I'll take it. Would you like to be dropped off here?
Yep, I think. And again, looks at the grandiose theater, and it definitely is a very large building that kind of is like, looks like a dome with like emerald colored roofing, and there's even like a makeshift magical marquee. It goes, I think I'll find a place in there. I'm a talking puppet after all, or a moving puppet. I can only talk through your messages, but...
Alright. How will you communicate then?
I can write.
Fair enough.
Regardless, that...
Please.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I mean, I didn't want to burden the lot of you any more than I already have. I said you could drop me off somewhere in Farwood, and here I am.
Kynan, I intend to get in contact with someone I haven't spoken to in a long time. A mentor of sorts. And see if we can get you a longer lasting body. It's up to you, of course. Would you prefer to travel with us or remain in here?
I think I'll remain here, but if you still want to contact me, I'll be in Farwood. Kinda hard to miss a puppet walking.
Yeah, certainly. Stay safe. Don't get stepped on.
Yeah, and Kynan waves to everyone in the cart, and then kind of like does a cool backflip off of the cart, and then glides over to the front of the building.
Whoa! Cool, yeah. Colonel Harris would have been narrating the conversation so everyone knows what's going on.
Yeah, like the car just randomly stopped and Colonel Harris is staring intently at the puppet.
Alright, yeah, now we're gonna get going.
Thank you all for reminding me about that. He would have just been kind of attached to y'all forever, and then I would have been like, oh man, a puppet!
The Muppets take Kelmra.
Oh no. We're getting rid of that thought immediately. No thank you. Absolutely not.
Could you imagine if the Muppets introduced a puppet that was like a small little spider monkey demon? Like that little fucking terrifying thing?
You mean the
my name's
possessed?
Murder Death, and I'm here to kill everybody.
Yeah.
That's so funny. We love you, Murder Death.
Oh no. Oh.
Oh,
Possessed
man.
by a 16-year-old who was slaughtered.
Oh no. Alright.
You can't tell me that "We love you, Murder Death" isn't a thing that Chas has said at some
God damn it. God damn it. Okay.
Damn, brother.
So the first, 4 hours of your journey is just literally traveling through Pelor, and it is... Again, it's really weird, because most of Pelor is inside. You know, it's castles built so big, connected by long halls, that it just... You know, there's enough room to have city, and there's buildings inside, and residential districts, and more bars, and more places to go. There's people who have horses, farms, whatever you want, whatever you think it's all inside. And you reach the back gate of Pelor, and it opens up into this, very large expanse of just very dense forests. And once again, a lot of the wildlife in Farwood is not very normal in comparison to other places. For y'all, these creatures would not be as crazy as we consider them, but a lot of the wildlife in Farwood are dinosaurs or creatures similar.
Any T-Rexes?
Oh, no, there's not. A lot of you see, the tiny little raptors sort of jumping between the trees, and a lot of you see, ever so often a wild parasaur. Because when I say that people have, mounts and animals within Pelor itself, they are dinosaurs. The entire wildlife local to Farwood are dinosaur-like creatures. And...
Ron Harris is nervous. Continue, please.
Yeah, and I was about to say, let me make a roll.
They can smell fear.
They can smell fear. My lamp was not turned on, so let me turn that on real quick.
I love that. That was...
Alright. So, as y'all progress, you... once again, find... For the first, beginning part of it, there is, a river that you sort of are trailing alongside. Not in it, obviously, but kind of going along it. And, can I get Lottie-Dottie everybody to make me a perception check real quick?
Oh.
Lady.
I am not known for my perception.
Lady Reverie getting 2 5s on perception in a row.
Lady Reverie's taking a nap.
2 11.
Come on, Maria.
20.
Hey!
Okay. Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
So, as a lot of you are driving, Maria, since this is I wouldn't want to say completely unknown territory to you, but since, the wildlife are big, reptilian, mostly creatures, you're just yep, I'm keeping my eyes everywhere. And Colonel Harris being a little more focused on avoiding trees while driving, Maria, you look into the river, at the lot of you's side, and you see a fairly large shadow, maybe not as big as a dragon or anything like that, but a fairly large shadow, and multiple of them just dip into the river really fast and then yank something out of it and keep going. And, the shadows sort of circle and swirl through the trees. Maria, you notice that there are some sort of flying creature sort of lingering near your cart.
Does it look like they're just fishing, like, near us, and it happens to be near us, or is it like they're following us, like they want to, like, ambush us?
Make me a nature check.
Okay. Okay, not bad. That's a 18.
So, Maria, you don't know too much about the wildlife here, but you do know that there are creatures called pterodons, and they normally hunt, fish out of the rivers, but sometimes they will get a little curious about things that are moving within the woods, especially things that are definitely smaller than them. They don't really have the capacity to, they're not really strong enough to lift up a, whole cart, but they are very curious animals, and they do like to attack things that don't make sense to them while they are hunting, especially if they are in groups.
And how big is this group?
As far as you can tell, there's maybe 4 or 5 of them.
Okay, I feel like Maria would go to the driver, or who's driving?
Chrono Harris.
Right, okay. I feel like she would, lean over and kind of, pat him on the shoulder, and then kind of, look up, and then, circle her finger, something's, obviously, kind of circling them.
Okay. How fast are Paradons?
Let me look, because I have a custom. Make me a nature check, Chrono Harris.
Alright. It's fat 11.
You are not completely sure.
How close are the Pterodons to each other, and how far are they away from us?
They're probably within, 10 feet of each other, and are about 30 feet away from y'all, and they're kind of circling.
Okay, Charybdis is going to gesture up with the spear, and I'm going to cast Nathair's Mischief, as a, just sparkling, cube of golden magical energy, pops up in the cube. I need all of them to roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Wait, so are they all clustered, or are they, in a ring around us?
It's kind of they're not moving in a formation because they're animals, but they are basically circling in your general area because they're hunting, and you're in, where they're hunting.
Okay.
They all would fit in the 20-foot cube, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So there's one.
The horses are dashing at 200 feet around.
That one doesn't succeed. Neither does that one. That one got a 15. I don't know what your spell save DC is.
15 for 15 is my spell save DC, I should say.
Okay. So that one doesn't succeed. And that one doesn't succeed. So only one of them succeeds.
Okay, the rest of them are charmed by me for 6 seconds.
Yeah, so basically, the lot of you see this, group of these very large flying creatures sort of huddle up in one spot, and one of them's like, what the fuck? What is going on here? And they all just sort of are a little confused and in one spot. And since they have slowed down so much to kind of be weirded out by this, y'all do manage to, with your speed, get away from them.
Hey.
I love this fucking spell. Let's go.
Nice.
Yeah, one of them looks like it tries to follow you, but then it notices that its group is not following it and gives up.
Don't
Okay,
start none, won't get none.
Once 1 minute has passed, the spell stops being a thing. Because I'm gonna concentrate on that shit for the whole time. Well, that worked out, wouldn't you say, brother?
Yes. Good job, Charybdis.
Thank you.
I'm glad the spoons didn't need to step in.
Me too. I don't know how effective they would be against bird dinosaurs.
Chronahurst is puzzled. We're going. Damn, we're gonna have to sleep in Dino Zone. Jurassic Park.
Get in the zone, Dino Zone.
I wonder if there's gators here.
Welcome to Tampa, Florida.
It's alright, after we complete our long rest, assuming I don't have to use any more resources, I'm gonna have 13 tiny servants for tomorrow.
Hey! Just throw them at stuff.
Man, I feel safer from the dinosaurs already.
Yeah, it's like an auto screen.
That's an intimidation tactic.
Yeah, with fucking a legion of fucking forks, spoons, and knives. Well, because, the thing is, they all have an attack which has +5 to hit.
Spoon you to death.
So, let me make another roll real quick. Alright. I would like lottie-dottie everybody. Actually, who's driving? Chronahurst?
Chronahurst.
Is there anyone else in the front seat with Chronahurst, or is it just him and everyone else is in the cart?
Charybdis would be in the front seat.
Alright. Can I have the twins both make me their own perception checks?
Bet.
Chronahurst.
Ooh, terrible. That's a 5.
Chronahurst got a 23.
Yeah, so Chronahurst, as you're driving, you're kind of getting a scope of your surroundings, and then you see out of the corner of your eye someone standing along in the tree lines, and it looks like you. And you look and see it, and then you look away, and then you go, wait, what the fuck? And then look over, and there's nothing there.
Sucks. Yeah. Okay. Chronahurst is going to tell his sister to be on watch because he just saw some magic fuckery. And he'll have Dr. Agartha patrol as well.
Charybdis will snap her fingers, and the legion of tiny objects is now going to be standing atop the car.
There we go.
And, who, and this is all y'all's decision, who do y'all think would be closest to the opening back of the cart, when sitting there?
Nay, said the horse.
Maria probably, because she wouldn't be close up to the twins, so she'd be near a opening, so she could have seen the animals.
Alright, Maria, make me a perception check.
Talk is still in the cart, by the way.
That's a 15.
Yeah, Maria, same sort of thing. You're looking at the world behind you, sort of the trees and undergrowth and other animals scurrying about sort of fade away as you get further and further away from them. But then you kind of squint and you do see a figure standing in line behind you, many, many feet away, almost out of your vision, that also looks like Chronahurst. And then when you blink and go, what the fuck, it goes away.
That's some crazy shit. Okay.
Like how Maria doesn't like check to see if Chronoharis is still there. Just immediately assumes magic fuckery. Doesn't worry about it.
I mean, this is kind of par for the course for Chronoharis.
Oh dang, Chronoharis fell off? Oh no. Keep going.
That'd actually be really bad. That'd actually be really bad because then we'd be stranded in the woods. Without him, we have no horses.
What do you mean stranded in the woods?
Without
I'm
him,
a survivalist.
you all have no horses.
Hey, Bartle.
My living ass, motherfucker. I got horses on demand.
Yeah, well, yeah. I don't think we really know anything. I feel like Chronoharis would want to continue and try to get out of the way. He's gonna have Dr. Agartha be like a vanguard and make sure there aren't any Altrops or whatever up ahead.
Yeah.
So,
Y'all are in pretty deep wilderness. Like, there is not a road here. This is just straight up in the woods.
in a
God.
woods.
How are we getting anywhere?
Phantom Steed.
And the car has no wheels left. It's just along the bottom.
Come on, horses. Yeah, we'll keep going.
So,
looking for stuff.
So, when you reach the 10-hour mark, do y'all try to keep going past that, or do y'all stop for the night?
Based on the map,
still seeing visages of Chronoharis?
It's like one every few hours.
I feel like that's an important question, because if we're still seeing your doppelgangers, I don't want to be here.
Do you wanna... Well, did Chronoharis explain to Charybdis, like, what was happening, or did he just say, hey, there's magic fuckery, keep a lookout?
Yeah, he would have given an in-depth explanation and, like, asked everyone to be on the lookout.
A luddy-duddy everybody that can see out of the cart, which I think, like, Reverie's taking a nap, and I don't know where Winfrey is in terms of the cart and being able to see out of it.
She would have woken up.
Okay.
Towards the center of the inside, probably sitting next to Maria.
Okay, so yeah, luddy-duddy everybody, make me another perception check.
How many of my servants can I roll for?
Holy shit, you're never gonna believe
Do
this.
you wanna, do you feel like making 10 rolls?
Yeah, I can do that.
Here, we'll do this. Make one roll for 5 of them each, so make 2 rolls.
I'm having visions of swordsman moments before he was sucked up.
Before he was fucking killed.
Also,
yes, my lord.
Also, Chas, you want to check out my perception roll?
5? That's 3 in a row.
3 in a row, baby. Putting this dice away.
Dice jail, let's go. Oh yeah, I'm gonna date that episode again real quick. Haha, Charybdis Morbius, haha.
Oh no, god damn it. No, stop. Stop it. Okay, so Charybdis, being a little bit on edge about what Chronoharis told you, as it gets later and later in the day and getting closer to when y'all need to take a break, you, like, look around and you don't see anything. You don't see a...
Oh god, I've been blinded.
You don't see the visage of Chronoharis in the woods. I wouldn't say the woods is quiet, but there's no automatically threatening things in your wake.
So what you're saying is, logically, Charybdis would feel safe. Charybdis will look to Chronoharis and says, I haven't seen anything really noteworthy, and it's starting to get dark. I think we should stop here.
If you say so. Yeah, he'll hop off.
Well, with our unfortunate propensity for not being able to see in the dark, I think we'd have a bad time if we continued.
Make a fine point. Yeah, when he gets off, Chronoharis is immediately going to start casting Detect Magic as a ritual.
Mm-hmm.
Let me know when 10 minutes pass.
Charybdis is going to order her legion of tiny servants to fan out and check for anything that could be hostile.
What if none of them come back?
Then we will know that this is not a good decision. And also, Benji will be very mad that I lost all of the force.
What if fucking 11 come back?
That would be concerning, but I would be able to figure it out because I would know which one I didn't have control over.
What if 9.5 come back?
9.5? Dude, that's scary.
I don't think that's possible.
What if pi to the power of e minus 1 come back?
What? I don't even know what we're talking about anymore.
Hold on. Did you just say 5 to the power of 3 minus 1?
I said pi to the power of e minus 1.
Oh, pi to the power of e.
That's not better.
Well, because 5 to the power of 3 minus 1 is 124.
I know that!
So I was like, that'd be fucking crazy.
You said like 10 out, and 20 minutes later you just hear countless footsteps going closer.
That's why I was confused. I was like, what the fuck?
Like, that's not even possible.
Oh my god, my fucking servants have rebelled against me and have recruited pebbles from the woods to come kill us.
They're unionizing.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, they brought in the sporks.
Oh my god.
Chess, please, what happens?
Oh god, what if they do come back as sporks though? They all melded together.
God damn it.
They raised an army. They didn't just like recruit. Those are newborns.
What if they bring back
Also, real quick, I do want to clarify something. When I send my servants to explore the area, the knife that rides on Talk is going to go with them, and I'm going to be looking through Talk's senses, and I'm just going to be, I'm going to say to Colonel Harris, brother, I will be indisposed for a few moments, as you are familiar with. Just tap me on the shoulder if anything happens.
How long has it been since we set out?
About 10 hours.
10 hours? Okay, were those tiny servants extended spelled?
They were.
Alright, just checking. Cool. Yeah.
How long does,
Alright,
how
we'll
long
let you know
does
if anything
Tiny
happens.
Servant last normally?
Usually
Normally
lasts
8 hours, so they last for 16.
Okay. Thank you. I was just making sure.
I love being a sorcerer. This shit is great.
So you're looking through Talk's vision?
Yeah.
The
command for the tiny servants is to spread out, make sure there's nothing hostile, and yeah, I'm looking through Talk's eyes.
Oh shit, okay. So in Talk's vision, it's way ahead, like he's been going for a little bit, and right when you're about to think, oh, everything's safe, from Talk's vision, you see a flash of light coming through the trees a bit ahead of him. And you see just multiple flashes of light, and then la-di-da-di, everybody, real quick, make me one more perception check.
Okay.
Come on, referee, you got this.
How soon would this have happened after we settled
Like
down?
maybe 5 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, alright, we're going up in numbers. That's a 6. Upgrades, baby, upgrades. Okay, 7. Okay, alright, that's pretty bad.
I got a 14 instead of an 11 this time, so...
11.
Yeah.
Charybdis didn't hear shit, but Talk heard everything, which technically means Charybdis heard everything. Yeah, so... Krona Harris, Charybdis, and all of her little servants, and Winfrey, y'all hear this loud, what sounds like a giant shattering of glass, plus the screaming of people. off in the distance from your camp. But close enough to where Talk is.
Do we still have...
Okay, go ahead. I apologize.
Sorry, I was just going to ask, do we still have any of the Phantom Steeds?
How long has it been since we settled down?
5 minutes.
5 minutes? Yes, we still have 5 Phantom Steeds. However, the last one is going to disappear in 5 minutes. Chronoheris is on one of them.
Charybdis is going to suddenly mount one of the Phantom Steeds and says, "That's bad, let's go!" And then ride off in the direction that Talk went.
Yeah, going. Chronoheris, make sure to untech a horse for everyone. Although somebody's only going to have it for 5 minutes. Fight amongst yourselves.
I mean, Winfrey is small enough that she can just ride on someone else's horse, right?
True.
Yeah.
We're good.
Lady Reverie,
I'm not actually that small, but it's funny to think that.
Lady Reverie, by the way, has absolutely no idea what's going on, and all of a sudden people are just getting on horses, and she's like, "Oh, okay," and follows.
Yeah, same, honestly.
Yeah, so a lot of you ride in the direction of the bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, not far off from where y'all set camp, there was a very tiny farming village. Not even named, it probably is in allegiance or technically belongs to one of the neighboring cities, as you're kind of in between two of them right now. I'm going to assume Charybdis and Chronoheris are the first to reach there. This mini little farming village is currently being attacked by a dragon.
Oh, the con dragon.
Oh, right now. Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, a lot of you see people like running from their houses and tripping over each other. There's farm animals like parasaurs sort of running away from the scene. There are already like 3 or 4 houses being frozen solid.
That kind of dragon.
Yeah, does this match the scales we found in the lizard?
Make me a nature check.
Okay. Come on, Chronoheris. Check in nature. Not bad. The 14?
Chronoheris, you would have to, like, closely examine this and closely examine them, but you're pretty sure that those are the same spines. Because this dragon is very unique looking. It is all white, however, from the top of its nose all the way down its body to the end of its tail, it's covered in what look to be like crystal-like, not fully crystal-like, they still look natural like spikes that appear on an animal, but they have like a shiny sheen to them. Spikes that sort of travel along the top of its body until it's very spiky, ice-looking tail. And you'll notice that the spikes will flare up and all point upwards, and then the creature will, like, while in the sky, do like a tumultuous, like, twist mid-flight, and then the spikes will rain down. You see one of the spikes pierce someone center mass in the middle of their chest and send them falling over, dead.
That sucks. That would be a great time to have a Polaroid. Yeah, okay, Chronoheris turns to his sister.
Call that a Kodak moment.
Just fucking...
Charybdis has a brief moment of fuck. Okay. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna play a little game of odds evens. And we'll see what happens. Alright. How far away is this dragon? From us?
Well,
approximately?
it is 60 feet up in the air, sometimes dropping down to 40, and it is about 120 feet away, like on a horizontal sense from you.
So that'd be like... What, like 140 feet, something like that, total?
About 180.
180?
Yeah. Between 160 to 180.
Alright. Charybdis looks back to Chronoheris and says, "We've got to do something."
Okay,
Do the rest Do the rest of us
Oh
see
yeah,
this?
once you all catch up, you see exactly what Colonel Harris and
Okay,
Charybdis are
yeah.
seeing. There's no...
Lady Reverie. Yeah, Lady Reverie didn't stop with the rest of them. She just kept going, and she is
Charybdis says, Reverie, hold on a second.
Nope.
Nope.
Fair enough.
She keeps going.
Alright, Charybdis is going to, still on the Phantom Steed if she has it, sprint after Reverie, and then tell Talk to hop on Winfrey's shoulder. Once that action has been completed, I'm going to twin spell Fly on both of them, as golden draconic wings sprout from their backs, that kind of sparkle with ethereal energy.
Alright, hey Ali, is it going to get in your way if Chrono Harris casts Sleet Storm on the dragon? It will heavily obscure it, and if you're concentrating in its area, you gotta make a save.
I will not be in Sleep Storm's area, so I'm not that worried about it, and as far as seeing the dragon goes, I don't have a lot to attack the dragon directly.
Yeah, okay. How like, you said it was a small village, so roughly how wide is it?
So the village is a farming village, so there's actually a lot of, like, crops, like, probably about 200 feet or more worth of just farmland and crops, but there's maybe about 12 buildings total that are cottage-sized, houses. There's, like, one that's bigger, and it's off to, like, the right-hand side, a little closer to the tree line, and it's where they keep all the animals. But that's been destroyed, and all of the animals have since run out of it, and you still see some getting out and running into the woods.
Oh, poor animals, yeah. Chrono Harris, mildly panicking, is going to recall something that he was told in that weird dream he had, and he pulls out all his papers, he starts rifling through them. And as he looks through one, reading, okay. And then he sort of closes his eyes, and as he does, he seems to look through at numerous other nearly parallel dimensions. And as he sees one which fits the bill, so to say, he will go 30 feet forward and cast Sleet Storm centered on the dragon.
Alright, does that require anything from me?
He's not on the ground, it's in the air, so not really. I will post it, but he is heavily obscured.
And I would like, just one more time, mainly Reverie, so this is optional for y'all to make me one more perception check. Yeah, but this is only if you want to, but I say mainly Reverie. I'm mainly asking Reverie. What's up?
HS. What do you think I got in the perception?
7.
Incorrect, dumbass.
Woo! Yeah, so Reverie, as you're sort of getting a bit closer to the area the dragon is in, I'm guessing to help people, you spot something out of the corner of your eye as the dragon is flying through everywhere, and it actually makes your head hurt horrifically. Like, you see it, and then immediately your head starts buzzing, and you hear this ringing in your ears. It is awful. And in your vision, after you look at the dragon and see something on the dragon, your vision starts flashing with memories from Runner's point of view of that one woman.
When I look at the dragon? Gross.
And your vision starts showing her standing next to an egg and petting it. In one of these interactions where her and Runner have had a close call, and you see just images of a dragon being lightly taken care of in the background of some, like, weird stone room that looks like a meeting room, and you see it off in the corner, sort of huddled up, laying down, and her looking at it ever so often. Just flashes of multiple memories, and then flashes of memories you've already seen of her killing Runner's friend, and then punching Runner in the face, and, like, hearing her call Runner names, and hear, like, a blurbed out name that sounds like Runner doesn't want you to hear it and is making the memory not distort it on purpose. And you see, just as you look at this dragon, just all of these flash in your head so fast that it's actually causing pain. and this ringing in your ears.
Okay. And you said, I see her staying next to an egg and petting it. You mean the
Yes.
lady? And when you said Runner and her had a close call, do you mean that they were fighting?
It's sort of...
You said it was one of the times where they had a close
You know how a lot of the memories you've been seeing have been, like, the lady and Runner having an argument, and then the lady usually, like, knocks out Runner in the end, or escapes by some manner? That.
Yeah. Okay, so this is still a confrontation.
Yes.
Okay, and then...
However, the ones where the dragon are a
and
little
then
younger... I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off or intervene.
No, you're fine.
The ones where the dragon is, like, younger to an egg are a little more calm, like, as in they're on, like, the same level of, like, maybe not respect, but, like, at that point, they're still working together. But as the dragon gets bigger and bigger is when they get a little more tumultuous and a little more tense. And then in some of the more recent memories, the dragon isn't there at all. So the dragon memories are brand new to you.
Sure. So this dragon's pretty young then.
But it doesn't look that way. That's the kicker.
Yeah, it seems much larger than that. But looking at it, is it, like, unmistakable? Because you said it was a very, distinct looking dragon. Like, I can tell that this is
You can tell it's the same dragon, it just looks a lot older than it should be for how long it's been since Runner would have had these encounters.
Right. It seems like 10, and it's the size of an adult dragon. At
Even
least.
more than that. This dragon is
Um,
very large and very imposing. Yes.
Okay, that's weird. It doesn't really change what I'm gonna do, but it's weird. I think
What else? Sorry, just real quick. What size class is the dragon, just for reference?
This dragon is huge.
Okay, thank you.
Seeing the big ass boy in front of me, and she just kind of like grits her teeth and continues to charge forward. I don't know for an initiative here or what's going on. I see the sleet storm and everything that comes in and makes it harder, but she will just go and just, with the impressive speed that the horse has, she just picks a person up one at a time and ferries them to the woods.
Yeah, make me an athletics check.
Okay.
Also, just a brief reminder in case anything happens, Lady Reverie does have fly.
Yeah, good to know. Ooh, nice. That is a 22.
Yeah, so Reverie, you managed to pick up, like, 3 people. One of them, you just, like, kind of shove them and guide them onto the back of the horse with you. One of them is a child that you have cradled under your, like, your good arm. Hey everyone, this is your DM speaking, and thank you so much for watching the 24th episode of RollBound. RollBound's episodes will premiere every other Monday on YouTube and Spotify. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at RollBoundPC for more updates, TTRPG content, and most of all, memes. Also check out our community Discord server for fun discussions, previews of our content book, and more. Link in the YouTube description or also on Twitter. RollBound's content book, Chester's Guide to Kelmer, is also in the works and will debut when we are sure it's ready. Hope everyone tunes in next week as the party tries to settle the situation going on in the village and make sure that everyone is okay and try to figure out what this dragon's motives are and who the mysterious visage with him is. Tune in next time and thank you so much.